All right. Thanks so much for
Okay.
joining us. My name is Tony Verhoeven. I'm the Director of Marketing for WMIA, the Woodworking Machinery Industry Association. On with me here, I have Jason Dingus, who is with Quiz Machinery and also a board member of WMIA. Welcome, Jason.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I felt like at the Woodworking Industry Conference, we got to introduce this, but we didn't really get to just was just overshadowed by all the news that was going on in our industry, which was exciting and good on its own. And so I'm glad we get a chance to kind of do this and kind of represent the WoodNexus.
Well, Jason, this along with or you along with several board members and a special task force that the association created came up with the idea. So let's just kind of go here to the next slide here. Like, tell us what WoodNexus is and a little bit why you did it and who's invited.
Sure. Well, I'll start off with the last question you asked, which is it's really a community platform, a social site for anybody where the wood industry is their profession. That's building suppliers, that's woodworking manufacturers, that's woodworking machinery manufacturers, suppliers to that, the media, cabinet manufacturers, furniture manufacturers, anybody who's using wood or around the wood industry is who's invited. What we felt was that when IWF was unfortunately canceled in 2020, the board and the WMIA association and WMMA felt like there was just something that we just missed. We missed each other. We missed our customers. We missed that connection, and it hurt that we didn't have that something that could exist that could keep us connected in between trade shows. We'd always wanted something. We'd always thought about little other ideas of ways to bridge the 2 years between trade shows and the time between other trade shows. And so this idea kind of born from that pain of not getting to work with everybody. We found something that'll help us get ready for the trade shows, help us promote them, and then also to help woodworkers connect with their machinery manufacturers and their suppliers, and have one spot. Whereas a site like a LinkedIn is a great resource, but it's also flooded by so many other aspects. So we wanted something that was targeted specifically to our industry. So that's where it came from.
Fantastic. So let's, I guess, maybe talk a little bit about like who should be here. I mean, you kind of touched on that. Like, if you're in the wood industry, you should be here, right? Whether you make some sort of components, whether you're a manufacturer or importer, you're a distributor, you are a supplier, you're Madison College or Pittsburgh State, right? You're an instructor. All those people should be here, right?
Absolutely. When I was in woodworking school and debating, to what level I was going to take this profession to, I wish there had been something like this out there that I could learn from people who were at my stage. There were a lot of people bigger than me, obviously, but were there people I could learn from who had kind of taken the same path I did? And so it's really anybody who's considering wood as a profession, who is taking it seriously, and then all the way up to the big manufacturers of furniture, in the Mississippi guys and the North Carolina and Michigan, all over the country, California, where big cabinet manufacturers, furniture manufacturers could all benefit from this, from being here and connecting with their manufacturers of the machinery, their software, the media. It's a great place to find the media that provides so much value to our industry as well. So what we're hoping is it's just that one-stop shop for that place where we can all come to and say, all right, this is what I'm looking at, and then benefit from it, not only in terms of exposure, but also savings and connections and networking and that type of stuff as well.
Fantastic. So, well, and there's a lot of other, we can go down a lot of different rabbit holes here, but let's keep moving forward, and maybe we can come back. And I would encourage our attendees to please, send me a chat or go to the Q&A section. Ask any questions that you want. We'll certainly have room for questions at the end, and maybe we'll answer them along the way as well, especially if it's apropos. So let's talk a little bit about Jason. The what can you? Whoop, went back there a little bit. There we go. Let's talk about like kind of why here. What's the why behind this here? Now we talk about who should join, but what can we do here, and what sort of things can WoodNexus members or community members do?
Sure. So the idea for the attendee members is that they'll be able to find manufacturers of the equipment that they need, new vendors for the sandpaper, glue, adhesives, finish, coatings, anything around that wood industry as far as supply goes. And then as far as knowledge base, hey, I'm struggling with this. Where could I learn about that? Or, hey, is there a different path that I should take this way? Or I'm trying to get into this industry. What's the best way for me to do it? And then learn about different jobs within the industry, different schools they can go to. Like I said, the different literature options, the media, ways to learn about that, industry news. So really you're coming there to connect, I would say, first off, with just that professional side of the woodworking industry. That's the quickest way I can answer it. The manufacturers of the equipment and the suppliers ourselves, the reason we're coming there is to have that place where our customers could come and meet with us. Quist Machinery, for example, my company, we're looking at this as a way where we can post about our recent projects, things that we would post on social media, but instead of it going to, my family members, my aunt, in Kentucky, where she can watch it and say, great job on that project, it can go to other potential customers where they can see it and they can say, okay, this is what Quist Machinery does, and these are the types of projects that they do, and these are the type of customers they look for, and I look like that. I'm one of those customers, so I'd like to reach out to them more. So it's really about connection and sharing knowledge, experiences, and growing the entire industry as a whole is really.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's a place that, the community and the industry owns versus being on someone else's terms of service, right? If you're thinking about, well, why don't we just have a Facebook group? Well, a lot of things change and policies change, and there's whole privacy issues around Facebook or someone else's platform. This is the industry's platform. This is something that we built, but we welcome everybody. And this is not necessarily something that, is going to, this is not something that you have to worry about, data breaches and Facebook and what is Mark Zuckerberg going to do with my stuff, right?
That's right. That's right. We're not, we have been asked by people in the past, like, why are we charging for this membership, for example? We're not going to bombard people with ads. We're not going to, yes, you'll hear what's going on happen at IWF and at the Vegas show, AWFS, and what's going on in our industry. But we're not going to bombard people with ads. We're not going to sell their information. This is not a list that Quist Machinery is going to have access to and say, hey, we want to hit up everybody with this email. This is going to be more about, hey, you want to follow Quist Machinery, come follow Quist Machinery. You want to follow Scarlet Machinery, follow Scarlet Machinery too. And I think that the value to that is it's going to be what we're going to make it, right? If Quist Machinery is going to be putting content on there, we want our customers to put content on there. They look at the cabinets I just built and look at and just share that. And I think that from that, we're all going to learn, we're all going to grow, and the industry will grow as a whole, as opposed to smaller groups, on Facebook or places we can all learn from each other. And so even the modular housing guys can learn from the cabinet guys, can learn from the shipping guys. It's all there. So.
Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. So much more to say there. I guess one thing I would add is that I've discovered, being fairly new to this industry, is that this niche industry has niche within niche of it, right? There are so many groups. And so the idea is let's bring them all together under one. We're not saying don't be part of those other groups. There's certainly places for all these other groups, but let's the idea behind the WoodNexus is a combined effort and bringing it all together. So this is the link to the sponsor directory. We're going to get over as quickly as we can over to the actual community and just do a little bit of a demo and show you what it looks like right now. But just wanted to show this is the a look at the sponsor directory, or really the directory of anyone who has a company profile, right? And so ideally, anybody and everybody who would have a company would be listed here. So, maybe one day, WMMA wants to have a profile here. WMIA has a profile here. Well, let's have AWFS come in here. Let's have Madison College or Pittsburgh State, right? Anybody who wants to have like a presence in here, we invite you. Come on in, and like you said, Jason, post articles, be present. Have a certain proximity to other folks in the industry. Anything to add there?
No, it's good. You got it. You hit it.
All right. So just a quick look at the spot again. We'll jump over to the live one here, but hey, here's Jason's. This is a sponsor page, and so the idea is, think of this like a Facebook platform. Here's your Facebook page. There's the Let's Talk, which is kind of like your message button. If you have a Facebook page, I can message you. I can click the little chat button. I can chat with Allie, or I can chat with you or other people on your staff. If I click that Let's Talk button, you're going to get an email right away that says, "Hey, I'd like to talk with you." Right?
Yep.
So
we have already. We're already working on how to handle those communications, and there's going to be more features growing here. That's part of what the value of the membership cost does too. Is that a lot of the a job posting board and machinery, used machinery type of stuff. There's a lot of ideas, ways we've taken. People have suggested a lot of ideas from WIC. At WIC, we got a lot of ideas that we'd love to do, and that's where right now we're just got to get this thing, growing and get the manufacturers here and then get the customers in. So it's growing really quickly. It's good.
Fantastic.
And this is actually what you brought here is a great reason for it too. So by companies like Scarlett, WMIA, Weinig, Taylor, Onsrud, these companies have all been involved from the ground up of the creation of this, and they wanted to give something to the people the members who wanted to join. And so what they're offering is discounts here. You've got Scarlett offering 10% off on their tooling for anybody who's a member of and following them on the WoodNexus. So, a $200, $250 membership can get paid for pretty quickly when you look at the idea of just saving that little bit on tooling. How much are you spending on tooling a year? If you purchase from Scarlett, you're going to get that 10% off. So the idea is that there's some other values as well. Obviously, want you guys to come and contribute and be a part of the conversation, but obviously we recognize that there is a dollar value to that, of the benefit to that, to those discounts as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, think about IWF, right? Some people, I think the value obviously of becoming or being a member of WMMA or of WMIA, the value of being able to connect with somebody is vast and a little bit intrinsic, right? But if you join either one of those organizations just for the IWF discount, it pays for itself, right? So it's really kind of a no-brainer. So obviously it's beyond that. And so this is kind of like a parallel thing, like, hey, obviously you're going to get a lot of connections here, but if you join just to get the discounts from some of the sponsors of the companies that are on here, that will, it would be worth it and pay for itself just for that.
Yes, sir.
So, this, we're talking a little bit about, post and community listening. So the community is new. So we're still expanding. We're still bringing on new members, but it's already starting to kind of take hold here. So here's a post from Jessica Friesman, from Wood Machinery Systems, and, using it the perfect way, like as what we're just talking about, Jason, right? You're saying, hey, we had the Cabinet Makers Association mini regional event, and here's a picture of some stuff that happened here. And then the executive director of the CMA thanking us, right? And so this is exactly what we want. We want this kind of give and take and sharing of what's going on. So did I know there was a Cabinet Makers Association before this? I did not, but of course there is, right? And so it's educational for
Sure. And this is also perfect because you've got this message would be lost could get lost in LinkedIn. We've really had, a hard time. Most of the main distributors and the manufacturers I talk to, social media is difficult for the woodworking industry because there's so many voices and outside of our industry that are drowning the voices from within our industry. And so the idea of the WoodNexus was to allow posts like this to have a more prominent position because these are her people. These are the people Jessica's trying to reach, our professional woodworkers, to tell them what's going on in their area and not just what's going on in Minnesota where Jessica's at, but also around the country where there might be a mini, regional event by the CMA there. So this is the type of stuff that just gets missed when we're talking about the bigger social media platforms.
Fantastic. All right. So let's just cover kind of our special offer, Jason, that we have for founding sponsors. And then we'll jump into the community here with kind of the time we have left. And of course, if there's any questions, feel free to ask those here. So what we've got going on is basically now through the end of the year, what we're going to do is anybody who joins you'll be able to save $300. It's $799 for a WoodNexus Sponsor Plus profile. And what that basically includes is a Facebook page, right? A WoodNexus page. You could have as many admins or staff or people, so we won't charge you by the person. I think that you guys have as many people listed there as they want. You can designate people who are the owner versus the admins versus the people who are maybe on your sales team but won't be administering the profile. We can work through all of those permissions with you on that. You'll be listed in the sponsor directory. You'll be able to capture leads when you click on that Let's Talk button, or when someone clicks on that Let's Talk button, that's a lead, and you'll get notified on who that is, and you'll be able to follow up with them. So, and that's really kind of like, this is really the best deal because the $249 is kind of like a introductory storefront, right? But you won't be able to collect the leads and do some other things that are really important for that. So, Jason,
there's a lot of it makes sense. I mean, there's just not the big thing for us was the $499 cover through 2024. We understand this is everybody's trying to learn. This is something new, and we get that, and we're really trying to build through to the 2024 IWF. And that's where we're, so we wanted to get people on there as quickly as we could. And the sooner you get on, the more you get to take advantage of that $499 throughout the course of the next year and a half. So, you go ahead.
Yep.
There you go.
So, basically right now we've just been talking to, the folks here, so obviously if you're a WMMA member, you're invited to be a founding sponsor to kind of be early on with this and get this special offer, discounted offer, or a member of WMIA or AWFS or anything like that. And I would say, Jason, I'm going to put you on the spot, but basically, it would be great. We could even extend this offer to if you are, if you are going to IWF, if you already exhibit maybe at IWF and you're not a member, I mean, you're still, perhaps we could still extend this deal to those folks if they're not a member because they're still supporting, right, the industry as a whole. So
I mean, I think if people want to reach out to us right now we're in the cultivating influencers timeline, and so if people are willing to contribute, we don't want to stop them from doing so. Tell us what you need to help us make this site as successful for everybody, and we'll make it happen. So
for sure. So be happy to give you we'll go in here, do a demo, but if you want to spend a little more time, you can contact me directly. I'll spend as much time as you want, and answer all your questions here. But why don't we just jump in here? I'm going to stop sharing that and then share my other screen here. There it is. Okay. All right. So, okay. Move some stuff around here. Okay. So this is, if you go to woodnexus.org, you'll land here at community.woodnexus.org here. And so, we've just kind of got a little bit of some of the information we had from our slides here. Who should be here? Why you should be here? Why is it called that? There's a link there to the sponsor page. Sponsor profile tour, just a 5-minute kind of walkthrough by me, giving a lot of that same information I just did as far as kind of what the profile does and how to do it and that sort of thing. And we'll cover that here a little bit deeper here now as well. So if you're a WMIA member, you're probably already in our membership database, and then it means you're probably already in WoodNexus. You just kind of have this dormant shell account right now, and all I need to do is just turn it on for you. If you're a WMMA member, or if you're not a member of WMIA, we probably don't have you kind of preloaded in here, which is not a big deal. What we'll do is I just need you guys to basically fill out a member application. So basically you go up to join and you choose the right role that you are. So if you are a wood industry supplier and a member of us, but maybe not in our system yet, you click join the community and you'll be taken to a form, and you just fill out the form, tell us who you are, and click submit. I get an email, and you'll probably hear from me within an hour, or whatever, as soon as I can to get you connected. So it's pretty simple. So once you're built into the system, then you will be and you upgrade, you'll be listed here in the directory, and then actually upon sign up, you'll be prompted to follow other companies. So it's kind of like when you are on Facebook or LinkedIn, right? You only see what you really want to see. So you will click follow, and then that will show up in your feed again, like those other two platforms. And then as new people join, you'll actually be presented with a new group. So even if you go through and you join and then you follow certain people and then new companies join later, you'll be prompted to follow them as well. So that, those people also have an opportunity to get more followers, and you'll get a chance to follow new groups as well. Hopefully that's clear. So that's the kind of list of those. You can search for those people. You can do a filter here. If you go to, you can search for people in here. So if you want to look at there, you can find somebody, an individual. Let's click into the community, and you can see what's going on here. We actually have the upcoming events here. And so I've got AWFS listed. What I just sent out a note to some of our new subscribers or our new members is that if you have a sponsor profile and you've upgraded and you have an event, so you're going to have you're going to host the Cabinet Makers Association in your shop, and it's open to the public or open to other folks, go ahead and send me a note, and I will put that and list that in the events. So then when eventually we'll have a longer list of events here listed. So let's see, let's go back over to the community. We're also starting to kind of fill up more of these groups. So we'll have more special interest groups. So maybe, right now we have like a manufacturers group and an importers group and a distributors group. But, boy, if we want to have just a group of, components, or boy, maybe there's just an adhesive group. Maybe you only want to talk glue. Hey, we'll create a group for you. Whatever. So
it's pretty much right now we've built the skeleton, right? Yep. We've built the skeleton here, and what we're looking for from the exhibitors, the suppliers, and from the woodworkers, is to start filling it in. we've got the skeleton here. Help us add the muscles. Help us add the heart and everything that makes it go. And I think that's where we're at. Is we're ready for that. We also are going to offer. We just got approval from our board to offer a special pricing for the media members who attend WIC. So if you're a media member and you attend, let's say David Biggs with the Woodworking Network, he attends the Woodworking Industry Conference and he contributes a lot to the industry through that. Tim Fixmer, from the Woodworking Network, he contributes a lot to the industry. If those people want to join, as long as they're attending WIC, then that tells us that they're contributing to the industry. We're going to offer them free memberships with the WoodNexus every time they attend WIC, they'll get a free year, because it's media and they're trying to contribute to the industry. And we wanted to say thank you for that. So this is, again, that platform where people can really come together, and we want to reward those people who are really contributing to our industry. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely want those folks here that are maybe not necessarily, they don't maybe fit inside one of our membership categories at WMMA or WMIA, right? But they're certainly, ancillary or, on the periphery of the industry. Like, again, our friends at, in trade media are so important of helping, give focus to our members. So we certainly want them to, put articles in here. And I even joke of like, hey, just like Facebook, you want to post on Facebook and then direct links back to your own site. So yeah, go ahead and steal traffic from us. That's okay. We want you to do that. We want content, and we want you to gain clicks and eyeballs from this as well. This is a view of the sponsor dashboard here, just with a minute or two left here, and then we'll open up for any kind of questions there might be. This is the sponsor dashboard. So having a sponsor or a company profile, this is where I can administer all that. So I can add people, so I can add more people to my group here. I can manage any discussions that are had on my profile. And then I can have a special offer, like, Jason, you've got an offer on yours that says, hey, click on this little offer on my profile, and it says, try our router selection tool. So that is redirected to your website, right? And that shows people how to make a good decision on buying a router, right? So we have our special offer. So, and then James on his one has the, click this and take advantage of our tooling discount. So whatever you want that to be, you can have. So it's pretty cool. And then as far as being having a company profile, you can make many posts as you want, and then those will go out to all of your followers. And then you are able to make 2 sponsored posts per year to everyone, meaning that when I say sponsored posts, that's like an e-blast or a community blast to everyone. And that way it keeps it so that it's not just, constant messaging to everybody, and it's kind of like an opt-in sort of thing. So, but you can post as much content as you'd like to your own profile, and that will go out to all of your followers. And then of course I can see any leads. So people that have clicked on our profile, I will follow up with them and say hello and see how I can help them, or would they like to be a customer of ours someday? Jason, anything to add there?
No, I was laughing because Tanner clicked on it earlier and he's sitting right here.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you, Tanner.
Yeah.
So with that,
we're really excited.
Go ahead.
We're really excited about this overall. I want to make sure everybody knows that this is supposed to help the entire industry. This is something that we want to see, benefiting the entire industry, whether it's, schools or students or woodworkers or factories or the manufacturers of the equipment, the media, we want this to benefit. So if you have ideas on a way that this could benefit you more, please reach out to us. And Tony can get you in touch with me, or you can just reach out to me through the WoodNexus, and we can go from there. So yeah, do we have any questions so far, Tony?
No questions, but if there are any questions, go ahead and just throw those into the chat. or into the Q&A period. Actually, and while we're waiting for that here, otherwise, if there's nothing, we can wrap up. But I did, if you scroll through the community a couple posts back, I was looking for some non-stock photography of woodworking machinery in action. And so I said, well, I could email all of our members, or I could use the WoodNexus, and that's what I did. And I got a response. So I was looking for, if you look for stock photography and woodworking on iStock Photo, you get like, professional or amateur hobbyist person, which is fine, but not necessarily representing of the larger industry of larger industrial machines. So I went out to the group and asked for, hey, can you give us some help on actual machines from your shop or from your group? And we got that. So we've got a question here, a copy of your presentation. Yeah, absolutely. We are recording this, and we'll be posting this on our YouTube channel. I'll give you the copy of the PowerPoint here, and I'll email everybody out the link to the YouTube channel, or to the YouTube link here, probably later today or first thing in the morning. Thank you. Anything else, Jason?
Tony, thank you. While we have a minute here, I want to thank you for everything you've done to help put this together, and appreciate you giving us another, give us a chance to present this to everybody, but also just your help in building the WoodNexus has been crucial. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. And it looks like, I didn't change my name out, so Jacob's going to get all the credit for that. So, okay. My pleasure. It's fun to work on this stuff. And I just really look forward to when you bring this stuff to life. I'm just looking forward to it growing and people adopting it and seeing more and more posts. And we've already started to see it grow already since WIC. And I can't wait to see where it's going to be at the end of the year as we get this out there. So thanks so much. Thanks, Jason, for all of your time and effort in this. Great idea. It's definitely something the industry needs and needed, and look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I appreciate your time and in questions and attention. So if you have any questions, you can email me at tveroven, that's tveroeven at WMIA.org. And you can count on me to answer any questions that you've got. Otherwise, we will sign off for now. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.